Welcome my Virgos to your 2023 year ahead reading. If you're new to this channel, I'm Christine. It's great to have you here. And if you're back, you're returning, it's also great to have you back. I'm so excited to be doing this 2023 readings for you all. Really grateful for you taking time out to be here. As I shuffle these cards, I want to give you quick messages. Always practice discernment, use your intuition. No matter what reader you tap into, know that energies are fluid, and whichever sign, or whichever placement you feel guided to look at works. So this is open to all Virgo placements. Mercury, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, North Node, even South Node, or any other placement not mentioned. Finally, I want to say that I am using a new spread for this reading, the New Year Forecast Spread by the Tarot Lady. Amazing spread. We're going to tap in with some tarot cards first and then Oracle at the end. You can expect this to be about an hour. I guess by the time this is filmed, you'll already know that. So grab a drink, get comfortable, take notes if you're planning your goals. I always love these videos for that. Keep an open mind, of course. Remember, this is for the collective Virgo energy. So let's dive in and get started. So I have fanned the cards and I'm going to select. We're going to first look at a summary of 2022 before we begin. Okay, so I've chosen a card. We have 10 of Wands here. Aries, Leo, Sag energy, fire energy. Everyone, all of the earth signs have gotten some type of connotation when it came to trees. Your foundation, I feel, may have been rocked, may have been shifted, or changed in some way. And this could also mean your personal foundation, your emotional capacity, right? Your mindset, but also your value system. With the 10 of Wands, I feel like 2022, there were a lot of endings, literally. A lot of things that you put to death that you've seen, especially when it came to mindsets, behaviors, perspectives, perhaps relationships as well, and different opportunities and environments that were going on in your life. And again, this is something that is natural and organic and something that develops throughout any cycle, right? Throughout any life. But in particular for you, my Virgos, I feel like this is denoting lessons you have learned, because 10 is a completion. 9 are endings, but 10 is like, I'm putting that nail in this coffin and I'm done with it. It can go, it can be obliterated. I don't care where it goes, it's done. And so I feel like there's a renewal here, especially with the tree. There's growth. There's an opportunity to start anew. Are those fairies? I don't know if these are flowers or fairies at the bottom. I guess it doesn't matter. But this is some type of fruit tree. But regardless, with every ending, there is a new beginning. And so I feel like 2022, many of you are leaving behind a lot of outdated belief systems. Perhaps you've healed a lot. You've let go of a lot of ancestral belief patterns, also your own personal beliefs that just are upgraded to a different level of consciousness. And I feel like that has permitted you and will allow you to, in 2023, to literally flourish, to grow in a completely different direction. It's almost like I'm getting the Amazon rainforest in particular. Rainforests have different levels, right? The canopy tends to be the highest. It's almost like, I don't know why I started upwards. It's almost like air energy here. But it's almost like, okay, the canopy, we're done. We're going down closer to the floor of the jungle. This is the energy that I'm getting. I heard dissolution, finality. It's almost like when a theatrical production ends and the curtains close. That's what I get. Some of you literally have put to death things. The old way of you, the old way of doing things, an old life, a complete cycle for you has closed. It's done, it's over. 2022 for many of my Virgos, you may have come to harsh realizations about where you put your energy. It's like that quote, energy flows where attention goes. And I feel like you really have learned, at least to this point. It's still 2022 at the time of this reading. It's actually December 24th. So I feel like towards the end of 2022, you may have come to the realization that where you put your energy and your time really matters, and that not everyone appreciates it, not everyone values it. And so you're learning to really honor yourself in many ways. Okay, let's continue on to career outlook. Okay, so I'm just randomly choosing a card. We have the Five of Swords. For career. And I know this doesn't denote an exactly happy picture, because for me, Five of Swords is generally a removal, a cutting away. And there is some type of letting go. It could be also some type of disappointment before that shift, that change. So I feel like for your career outlook in 2023, you may come to the realization that perhaps what it is that you're doing may not be in line with your values or where you want to go. You may actually feel like, okay, something needs to change. And you may actually have been feeling this before 2023. So I don't feel like for many Virgos, this is going to be a surprise. It's not like you're going to wake up January 1st and you're going to be like, oh shit, I'm in the wrong job. This is not the right job. Or I should say career. Careers are made up of many jobs, right? But it doesn't have to be, these jobs don't always have to be part of that same career. We'll just keep it, for simplicity, we'll just say career, right? Because it could be several. And so I feel like 2023, there's going to be a change. This is a bird in the background. It gives me it reminds me of the phoenix rising. So I feel like some of you are going, again, with the Five of Swords, it's like kind of like put to death. Literally, you see the sword being raised, but it's almost like clearing out anything that you're doing in your career. Perhaps a shift has to happen. Maybe it's a position, an industry, some type of move, new organization, or some type of change in the structural way. Maybe from a 9-to-5 corporate job to self-employment, freelance, contractual work, or creating your own business. But something is shifting here in 2023. And I feel like many of you already have been feeling the urges, the nudges. And I feel like in 2023, you are going to be exploring this some more and shifting and making that change. Because again, 5 signifies changes, and swords represent communication, honesty, truth. So I feel like 2023, you may actually come to your own truth. You may actually come into knowledge. Well, you will be coming into knowledge and realizing where, if there's any disconnect in your career, and what it is that you want to change or pivot towards, so that you can create more emotional fulfillment. So again, for career, to me, this signifies, I know Five of Swords generally doesn't look happy, but it signifies some type of career change or shift going on. And I feel like for many of my Virgos, it's really about aligning your soul, divine purpose, your mission, and that could be plural. Because it can be overwhelming when you're like, shit, I gotta find out what my main purpose is. And I strongly feel, in my own experience and just in general, that we have several. And they can be, combined into an amalgamation that comprises, one larger one, right? Maybe it's self-love, and under that bubble, we do different things. So keep that in mind. For your career in 2023, I feel like there are going to be changes here. But again, I feel like many of you know this already. This is not a clue, especially with the Five of Swords. It's not like we got a Page of Swords, right? It's not like, oh, we're thinking about it, or, this is something that just came to our forefront. No, this is something I feel like many of you have felt an imbalance, a disequilibrium, perhaps a disconnection, and you want something, or to tap into something that is really emotionally connected and aligned with you. A lot of alignment. You know why, you guys? Because I've mentioned this, and I'm like, I even sound like I'm repeating myself, because the nodal points, we've got the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio. North Node rules the 2nd house of Taurus, Scorpio the 8th house. So we're releasing the South Node qualities of Scorpio: control, of trust, fears, lack of vulnerability, of fears around the sexuality and intimacy and shared resources, etc. And with Taurus, we're learning to redefine who we are in terms of our values, our self-worth, separating and realizing that our careers and jobs do not comprise our self-worth or value system, right? It rules the house of career and money as well. So career changes are on the horizon for you. Not surprised for any of my Virgos. I feel like changes in general, and I feel like this is going to be a development. You're going to get like iterations and waves. I'll say for Five of Swords, some of you will make the choice to resign. Others maybe let go because of being laid off or redundancy, or I'm not getting firing. For a few it may happen, but I just feel like in one way or another, there's going to be on your path some choice to pivot in your career in some way. Okay, let's now turn to finance. Let's see what the financial outlook for my Virgos is for 2023. We got the star card, Aquarius. I heard that song, When You Wish Upon a Star. I think that was sung by the cricket in Pinocchio, wasn't it? So there may be something in the lyrics for that, but this is Aquarius. This is all about wishing and dreaming and manifesting. You know, it's also healing. So I feel like for some of you, you may be healing your value system, your worth, because your worth is inherently tied to how much money you make and what prices you set if you are a solopreneur, entrepreneur, or business owner, or freelancer, whatever it is. If you set prices in some way or denote those, or even if you get a job, they are correlated. No doubt about it. That's a whole different topic. But I'll just say many of you are healing, learning your own value. You're healing your self-worth, love of self, who you are. And that in itself is going to positively impact with this Aquarius card, because we have Saturn shifting into Aquarius in March. So check out where it is transiting in your natal chart. I feel like this is going to have a very positive, profound healing effect for you. Some of you are healing your relationship to money, which in effect, because again, value systems, worth, money, career, that's all second house issues with Taurus. If you guys have major Taurus placements, check out their reading. There may be something in there for you. And so your financial outlook is very much connected to healing your beliefs around money, around your financial situation. But it's just general money, how you perceive money, how you use money, what you do with it, and also could give you a picture of why your financial situation is the way it is. Apart from money, this is also very much tied to your value system and worth. And so this is, to me, speaking of with the star especially, dream big, manifest. What is it that you want to call in? What would you like to see in terms of your financial situation? It's going to look very different for everyone. Because I'm getting debt. Some of you are learning how to manage. Who got this? Capricorn got something similar for financial outlook. And I channeled those. It wasn't the card. So some of you are learning how to manage your money, how to reduce debt, increase your income, find some type of balance or positive net income revenue. Others are taking a look to see where they can increase their income. I don't know a lot of folks that want to decrease their income on purpose, but sometimes people want to change their lifestyle, so that may naturally lead to a reduction in income if they reduce any particular job or number of hours, right? But I feel like for your financial outlook for 2023, it's about getting clear on what it is that you want to call in and manifest. And this is, again, inherently tied to your own self-worth. So it really involves healing your worth, your own sense of self, how you value yourself, and also what you feel in your relationship to money. I feel like when you gain this awareness, when this happens, you're going to call in a lot. And this may actually be tied to your career outlook too, with this job change. Because some of you may not have seen, I will just say, the fruits of your labor, what it is that you wanted to do, come out in the form of compensation that you found that was equitable or that was to your liking, to what it is that you needed. And again, it's how you value yourself. Okay, let's go into love. We got 10 of coins. Someone got this. No, I don't remember. This is Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So for your love, wow, Okay, I immediately got, for those in partnerships already, there's going to be a presumed growth in commitment. Because 10 of Coins, this is long-term wealth, abundance, stability, blessings. It's having everything that you want, particularly in a physical, material sense. But when it comes to love, this is long-term commitment, and this is something that everyone wants in love. You want, well, I would say most people, some people don't. Everyone has different types of relationships that they want. But I feel like for those Virgos that are in committed relationships or in long-term relationships, I feel like this is going to potentially lead to further deepening of commitment. So again, that's going to be very relative because I'm speaking to a lot of Virgos. This could mean marriage, proposal, moving in, but I feel like with the 10 of Coins, many of you, it's going to lean to something more solid. So again, moving in together, maybe sharing a lease or a mortgage, getting married, or solidifying your union in some way, taking it up a notch. This is a deep level of commitment because this is long term, this is growth, this is leaving a legacy behind, right? And it's building with someone else. For those that are interested in dating, I feel like those that are looking for long-term partners, this is your year, Virgos. I feel like romance is going to be coming in. And again, this is just the embodiment of the energy. It doesn't mean that these people, these partners that potentially come in are going to be earth signs, but I feel like potentials for long-term relationships, for partners that are looking for what it is that you may be looking for, 2023 is the year for that. People that are in line with not just, you know, having and wanting a long-term committed relationship, but also that are that share similar values, you're going to have that opportunity to meet them. And this is a great outlook. This is solid, this is stable. There's a lot of happiness, a lot of growth together. That's what I see too. A lot of growth. When you can develop and grow and challenge one another in a partnership, it shows evolution, right? It shows not just compatibility, but the ability to merge your lives together, because relationships are not just about chemistry. A lot of people get that. And maybe perhaps when we were young, that's what we went for. But we start to realize that, I'll say at a certain age, it's just not about chemistry. Chemistry is not enough. You can think someone is gorgeous or hot, but that shit quickly dies. And so for those of you that are looking, that are single right now, that are looking, you may be at this point in your life. And again, depending on your age, we get these different, we'll just say life lessons. You may be coming to a point where you're like, you know what? I want something more solid. I want someone that shares my values. You know, I don't really care how they look like, as long as they're kind, that they share values that I do. And again, it's going to vary. They're kind, they're honest, they work for themselves, you know, in terms of providing for themselves. They don't have to be entrepreneurs in that way, but whatever your values are, I feel like this is something real. So for singles, I feel like for my single Virgos out there, there's going to be opportunity for this to happen this year. And for those that are like, hell to the no, I don't want love, I don't want romantic love. If you're looking for platonic love, even though in the next card that I look at, it'll be on family and friends outlook. If you're looking for platonic love, we'll just say like friends, again, I do feel tapping into this energy. This year, you may come into connection with soul friends, kindred spirits, people that you just can create that type of friendship that you want, that relationship where you can build and that there's reciprocity and there's growth, there's learning. It's that solid foundation that you're building. So for any of those relationships, I just feel like you're going to either have some type of commitment or level up in that relationship, and there's going to be growth. I love this card for relationships. Okay, let's pivot into family and friends and see what's going on there. For 2023, we got the Page of Wands. This is fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. So I feel like with the Page of Wands, especially with friends and family, that things could shake up a bit. Things could get exciting. And I feel like there could be a lot more movement in this area, especially if maybe in 2022 things weren't looking so connected or did I say that right? You didn't feel so connected. Mercury retrograde shadow is here, guys, so it affects me. things may not have been, or you may have not have felt so connected to family. So I feel like there may be more movement in 2023, perhaps in the form of healing or being open to sharing energy with others in this sphere. And again, with friends, it kind of blends into 4 because I look at platonic energies as well. There's opportunities for fun, for joy, for experiences. And this is fun. This is a great card. This is like 5th house energy coming alive. And so I feel like 2023, you may have opportunities like for celebrations, for different events, for meeting of family coming together, or friends. Because again, family, it comprises of who you feel is a family member, right? And not just blood. And so 2023, I feel, is going to bring that amp that up a bit, bring that level up a notch. And so you may feel that there's more connection happening, that there's more focus in the family friend arena, social engagement, perhaps networking may increase for you. And overall, I feel like there's going to be a lot more enjoyable moments, a lot more time for fun. Okay, next we have spirituality. Let's take a look. Okay, we have the 6 of coins, 6 of pentacles for spirituality. And to me, this speaks of reciprocity, of balance, of give and take. So I feel like in 2023, many of my Virgos are going to finally be more consistent, putting in more effort into their spiritual practices, right? Because spirituality, again, it's an ebb and a flow. We get out of it how much we put in. It's not like we're sitting on the couch and the universe is like our genie. It doesn't work that way. We have to put in the work. We don't just sit on the couch and we're like, hey, universe, bring me this, and poof, it falls. We actually have to take tangible steps, right? But I feel like, well, if you put in the effort in a consistent way, you are going to reap those rewards. You're going to reap the benefits. And it's a very reciprocal nature. That's the thing. I also feel like there's something about love, self-love here. It's interesting, we have the fly. I don't know what kind of fly it is, bot. I don't know. But flies also represent industriousness, assiduousness, working, going after what it is that you want, and doing things slow and steady. We have a bunch of other beetles as well. These look like beetles. I don't know what kind of beetles. Maybe one looks like a scarab beetle, but I don't know what those beetles are. But I do know beetles are passageways to the divine, to the I wanted to say mysteriousness, but to the spirit world as well. And we have this, I'm gonna call it a wolf. I don't know what it is, but a white wolf also signifies spiritual acceleration, spiritual ascension, spiritual growth. So 2023, everyone is getting some type of white animal. I kid you not. At least all the earth signs so far. You're the 3rd reading I filmed, my Virgos. So in 2023, I feel like you may receive a complete spiritual uptick, like I don't want to say explosion, but you may feel like you just completely come into connection with a gift that just expands completely. It could be something that you've been cultivating, something that you currently have, or something new. Also value what it is that you have. Take time for reverence, to revere your spiritual team, whether it's ancestors, ascended masters, spiritual guides, angels, archangels, your guardian angel or angels, spirit animals. Make time to practice that. There's something about gratitude here with the 6 of Pentacles or coins here. Make that an integral part of your 2023 spiritual practice, because you are going to receive more and it's going to help balance things out for you. There's something about this little animal that keeps calling to me. I'll put it up here. Some of you may connect to this little animal. Okay, now we're going to tap into each quarter. We're going to look at 4 quarters. The first, January, February, and March. Okay. For the first quarter for you all. What? We got the Fool card in reverse. I swear all my cards were upright. I don't know how this card went upside down. Okay, so upright, this is Aries, Fool card. So for the first quarter, for the first 3 months of 2023, I feel like you're really being called to not take any quick action, not take any, what's the word? Oh my goodness, I'm losing words right now, you all. Not to be imprudent. Proceed with caution, in other words. It's like yellow light and with a stop sign. Proceed with caution. Don't make any impetuous movements, risks, unnecessary risks. This is a time for collecting information, planting the seeds, because manifesting has different elements. The first element is gaining clarity, being super, super clear on what it is that you want, and then setting those intentions, and then following through, right, with inspired action. Some people like to use different modalities of affirmation, visualization, scripting, whatever, and then receiving it. And so for the first 3 months, this is a time for, again, planning, observing, perhaps looking into the past to see what it is that didn't go in a way that you wanted to and where you can learn before going forward and making any quick moves. Essentially, I'm getting like a retrograde energy, but this isn't to say like if an opportunity comes up, don't take it, but really assess it and make sure that it's in line with what you want to do. Because again, we have a lot of Jupiter went direct, Jupiter ingressed into Aries December 20th. And so with that, there's a lot of forward movement, and anything Jupiter touches, it expands. And so Aries is a fire sign, and it could lead to burnout. It could lead to making unwise choices, quick choices where at that moment we're like, yes, this looks great. And then later on we're like, shit, this was not the right choice to make. It doesn't mean that you're not going to learn something from it, but again, proceed with caution. Just take note of anything that comes up. Okay, moving forward for the second quarter, April through June. We got the Moon card, Cancer Pisces energy here. Interesting. So for the second quarter, April, a lot of quiet energy with you all. A lot of contemplative energy, I feel. This is for, we'll just say about spring, April, May, June, into the very early parts of summer in the Northern Hemisphere, and take it as it resonates. I feel like this is about nourishing yourself. Taking time to, again, when we come out of this slumber of winter and healing and darkness and a lot of shadow work, because this is what winter really represents, springtime is a time of rebirth, right? Of coming out, of actually starting to take a look at any intentions, any manifestations we planted back in winter. We're seeing the seedlings starting to come up in spring. And so this is also too about nourishing yourself, taking time out for yourself, taking care of yourself. The moon also speaks to your emotional safety and fulfillment. I feel like some of you are going to be called upon to connect to this part of yourself, because the moon represents also our relationship to our mother, and obviously ourselves, our deeper part of ourselves, things that are, you know, subconscious, that we may not always reveal to others, but that are kind of sacred to ourselves. So you may be really becoming more aware of how you feel, how you connect. Everyone is getting some type of note, like a post-it note about feminine energy. They're like, stamp, we're coming through. And so around the springtime, there may be some opportunities, some events, some relationships, and different experiences that are really going to tap into your emotions and help you to start to connect to that part of yourself. Start to connect to, to how you feel, right? How things make you feel, how people make you feel, because that in itself is going to help. I wanted to say concretize, but it's going to help fine-tune your intuition even more. So I feel like I was gonna say a softer side of you may come out, like a rebirth. And I feel like this is going to lend that energy to receptivity, right? It's very, it almost doesn't seem connected to the Fool card energy, to the Aries energy, But I feel like during this first quarter, you're going to be taking some time to really not take on that full force masculine energy and forge ahead and do and accomplish and just get to work. I feel like many of you may actually take some time and kind of roll with it, go into it, almost like riding the waves. And come spring, it's literally like you emerge. I'm getting Botticelli's Birth of Venus coming out of the ocean, you know, with the foam, and she's coming out with that clam and that pearl, and Aphrodite, Venus comes out. That's the energy that I get with you all. And regardless of gender or sex, actually, it doesn't matter. I'm getting this energy of you all in springtime. And this is a really beautiful, serene, peaceful energy, because this gets you into the mode of receptivity, right? This gets you into the mode of receiving. And so it's not forcing anything. It's not like, okay, let me go check out my manifestations and see what's happening. It's like, you know what? I'm letting things just, I'm allowing things to just grow. I'm letting go. Let's see what happens. So I like this energy, and this in effect is actually helping to fine tune your intuition as well. This is really harnessing. We see, are these raccoons? These look like raccoons, or they could be red pandas. And we have two. I feel like this is creating a balance within your feminine and masculine energies. It's bringing the two together. Because you see the equilibrium here, and she's in the middle of this red bridge. Red could signify the passion of Mars, which rules Aries and Scorpio, right? This is Aries, the Fool card. And it could also represent just feeling grounded. And when you feel safe and secure and protected, your feminine energy is attuned to that, right? It's healthy. It's working. In other words, the light's on. But when we're not, that's when we get into our masculine energy. Okay, let's take a look to see what is in store for you all for the third quarter. Okay, that's July, August, and September. So most of the summer into part of the early fall or spring, depending on where you are. We got the King of Cups. I usually denote this as Cancer energy, but it could also be Pisces or Scorpio. So during the summer months, I feel like, again, some of you may be really focusing on me. There's a me energy here in 2023 with my Virgos. There may be a complete focus on self-care, but particularly a segment of self-love, of really accepting where you are and who you are, on loving yourself, on really beefing up your practices around esteem, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth, really making you feel good. It's almost like it's this energy where you put on a robe and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna make myself feel good today. I'm not sure what that looks like, but I'm just gonna go with it. And so in this vein, I feel like in the summer, because King of Cups is someone who, again, who has a very routine self-love practice. They're very intuitive, and you're seeing this build. So I feel like by summertime, you're going to reach a new level of awareness, a new level of not just intuition and psychic development in your growth, very much tied to your spirituality here. Six of Coins, right? Balance. So some of my Virgos need to balance their masculine and feminine energy. It's going to be important in 2023. I feel like in the summer, there's going to be a moment where you're like, wow, I feel just so in tune with myself. Things are coming. I'm not forcing anything. And it's because you are reaching this level of mastery with your feminine energy. It doesn't mean your masculine energy is gone or it's out the door. It just means like you're learning to integrate both parts of who you are, both parts of the energies into your working material world. And so this is someone, again, who honors themselves, who respects themselves, who has clear boundaries, who's able to tap in, very, very intuitive and psychic, very nurturing and loving. But I feel like this is speaking to you, speaking toward yourself. So I feel like in the summertime, this energy too, it's not just self-care and that's it. You're just going to be, hanging out on the beach or pool and calling it a day. But this is the energy that's going to be very magnetic and call in a lot of opportunities. And so cultivating this is going to really shift everything around you. Again, there's a balance here. It doesn't mean you're just sitting on the couch and calling it a day, but really embodying the highest octaves of the feminine energy, right? And of catalyzing this energy is going to really bring a lot of blessings to you in all areas of your life. I feel like this is building for you. Okay, let's get into the fourth and final quarter, October, November, December. Queen of Coins. You guys are getting powerful cards. This is Taurus energy. It could be Capricorn, Virgo as well. Again, Taurus energy with the Queen of Coins, Pentacles, Earth. She is someone who knows her value, who knows her self-worth. She is not going to acquiesce to anyone. She is not subservient to anyone but herself. She puts herself first, and she knows her limits. She also takes care of herself because Taurus is ruled by Venus. And so again, you see this evolution in your journey, my Virgos, for 2023. I feel like that's why we have, because Aries is a very masculine sign. So in reverse, I'm not saying it's saying, you know, put your masculine energy away, but I'm seeing here, it's like, just be cautious. Don't do things in haste, right? Take time, be patient, allow things to marinate. Think things through. Follow your intuition as well. At the end of the year, I feel like you're going to reach a whole new level of value, of worth. And I brought this up earlier with your finances. Yes, this was your financial outlook. You got the star card about this being correlated to your financial beliefs around money, but also about your self-worth. For many of my Virgos, I feel like by the end of the year of 2023, you're going to reach a whole new level. You're going to peel like a big ass peel of an onion, and who you are now to where you are next year, it's going to blow you away. I feel like you are going to learn so much more about what self-love means for you, not just about you, but for you, because it's very relative and very different for everyone. You're going to value yourself to a degree that you're going to see actually a lot of people fall away from you. A lot of situations that you did not feel valued, they're going to go away. You're going to leave them because you're going to recognize, wait, this is not where I should be. I also feel like when you reach this level, your boundaries are going to be at another level. It's the energy with the Queen of Earth is someone who just doesn't put up with shit, or the Coins or Pentacles, it doesn't matter, they're all the same. This is someone who doesn't put up with bullshit. They know their value completely. They are willing to go alone if they have to, because they care about themselves and are willing to risk losing people because of that. They're not a doormat or people pleaser anymore. And so this is going to literally call in gains for you. This could actually be a time where you see the fruition towards, we'll just say the fall, very early winter, but fall mainly, where you see the fruits of your manifestations come, especially in terms of finances or opportunities or anything else in your life that you're calling in, especially around abundance. This is such an empowering reading. You are on a road. This is like a soul evolutionary form of empowerment to me. It's like you're done. In 2023, you are experiencing a major value glow up. If anyone wants access to you, you're like, here's my charge. Here's my what I cost. Here's my taxes, in other words. Okay, let's take a look at the biggest obstacle you will face in 2023. Six of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. And again, with this energy, I feel like Six of Swords is about moving away, shifting, changing. It could literally be making a move, breaking something, like a contract, moving away from something. And so in 2023, you may have a decision to make where you may need to leave in order to balance yourself, in order to achieve balance, harmony. And I can clarify this. It's going to be very different even if I clarify for everyone, because everyone's not going to experience this in the same way. I have a feeling this speaks to relationships. I'll do a quick clarification before I continue. Okay, can we clarify the Six of Swords, please? What is the Six of Swords about? Okay, one more time. Can we clarify? Okay, it turned. It flipped, you guys. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we got the World card. We got Ace of Cups. I don't know if I said it. I feel like this has to do about relationships. So I feel like for many of you, your biggest challenge you will face is actually departing a relationship, making a choice to change. Could be changing something about the relationship or moving from one level of consciousness to another in this relationship. But that means both people have to move, right? There has to be some type of compromise there where both are doing work. It can't be just one and the other person stagnating. Otherwise, it's not a relationship. It's a one-sided one. Relationships should be reciprocal. So I feel like for many of you, the biggest obstacle you'll face this year is going to be about some type of relationship. It could be platonic or romantic, where you are going to have to make the decision to move away, to break up potentially, to separate. Okay. Let's take a look to see how you can tackle this potential challenge or obstacle. Nine of Wands. Okay, this is clear cut. Nine of Wands is telling you to put an end to this. There could be, again, this could be something at work with a work relationship. It could be a friend. It could be someone you're dating. Take it as it resonates. It could simply also be with the Six of Swords and the Ace of Cups. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be a job too, or something you're connected with that there are some emotions attached to it, feelings. But for a large part, I feel like this concerns a relationship. Your advice here about how to tackle this is to put an end to it, because I feel like there are patterns that have been repeated or repeating that are not for your highest good. And with the World card at the bottom that we had clarifying the Six of Swords, the World signifies some type of cycle that has ended or will be ending. So again, there's a chapter here. Finally, we will wrap here with an overview of the year ahead and then get into some oracle. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. Look at this. Truth. I feel like 2023, I don't know if you guys use words of the year or like themes, because I do that when I plan for my year, but not everyone does. I feel like 2023, ooh, throat chakra. You guys are going to be speaking your truth. There's truth here. Knowledge. Some of you are going to, this is just the overall energy for the year. I feel like where you are starting and getting at the whole year is about unveiling your truth, who you really are, who your authentic being is. Who is this Virgo? Showing the world the real you and not being afraid. I love this energy. There's no apologies here for who you are either. This also signifies with the Ace of Swords, someone who is very certain of themselves, very sure of themselves. It's like raising a glass. I got raising a glass when you toast and you making the speech. This is what I'm getting. I feel like some of you are coming out of hiding. You may be more visible. You may put yourself out there. It's going to come when you least expect it. And I feel like you may feel like when, but I feel like these early months, I'll say into about spring, it's like priming you, prepping you, setting that foundation up for a lot of this to happen. Okay, let's take a look at some oracle and see what other messages the universe wants my Virgos to know for 2023. What else do my Virgos need to know, please, for 2023? No. Okie dokie. We got full moon in Pisces. Pisces is your polar sign, right? Your opposing sign. Balance, spirituality and practicality. Look at this. For your year ahead. Interesting, because for your spirituality, look what we got, 6 of Coins, which is about balance. So you may find that in 2023, you're going to take, maybe insert more, and it makes sense because Virgo is also the natural healer of the zodiac, and many of you may be taking on more of a practical way in which you do things and combining it in your spiritual practice, perhaps in any creative endeavors or your career, what you do. But this is really about making sure that you have both feet in one door and the other, not being in one or the other too much. In other words, if you spend most of your time in the spiritual realm, you may feel ungrounded, unsafe. Perhaps that's why there's an element here, a great focus on developing and nurturing your feminine energy. But if you spend too much time on earth, that's very much a masculine energy. You may find that, wow, you're constantly focused on the here and now, on doing, and you're not able to really tap in to you, into your own inner knowings. I love these, and you're getting 2s. Some of you are seeing 2s. See the 2 animals here? Right here, and then the 2 fish. So this is about balancing your energies, learning to balance both and utilize them. See what other messages the universe has for you. What else does the universe want my Virgos to know, please, for 2023? Okay. Holy shit. Every earth sign has gotten this. We got 32, conquer fear. Most fear is based on illusions, on truths we deny to avoid change. Release your need for control and perfection. Doing your best is plenty. And again, we got 5. And remember, you got, for your career outlook, we got 5 of Swords. So I feel like there may be changes that your soul, that you innately may feel are coming for 2023. And again, this may come as you get closer to some of these energies. And there could be fears around that. I also feel like there's fears around putting yourself out there, doing things that are different, out of your element, fear of emotional vulnerability, opening up in that sense, and also fear of being seen, of using your throat, of speaking your truth, because you've got that for your overall energy. There's a lot of visibility here. Attraction, because once you balance your feminine energy, I feel like there's going to be a magnetic spark. And this is common. This is not a good, it's not a negative or bad thing to have conquering fear. We all have fear. We all work through this. It's about doing things in spite of the fear. You also got, remember your spark. You are here for a divine purpose. Remember it or redefine your purpose for yourself. These look like fairies. And again, look, there's 2 fairies. 1. This is the duality, the nature, but this is also marrying yourself. All of these 2s, it's about you. It's not about anyone else. This is about balancing your own inner energies and coming into union with self. I feel like 2023 for my Virgos, it's going to be about falling in love with yourself again. I just got the song, Falling in Love. It was from the movie The Labyrinth with Jennifer Connelly and David Bowie. Just go on YouTube and look it up. I feel like this speaks to you in your journey in 2023. You're going for a major glow up. Okay, let's see what else is happening. You guys, I'm so excited. These readings are really wonderful. I'm so excited for you all. What else does the universe want my Virgos to know, please? And I'll just note, no years without any challenges, right? But I tried and I try to focus on positive things, because whenever challenges come, I feel like they will come and you will know how to handle them in the time that they come. It doesn't make sense to really bring any out. I try not to focus on that unless it just comes out in the cards or I get a channeled message. We got Hamsa. There's something about 5 for you. Hamsa is the 5-fingered. Oh my God. I'll just say token, amulet. I'm losing the words, guy. May your Hamsa hand bring you love, light, luck, and protection. There's something here because Hamsa helps guard against protection, evil eye. It's an amulet of joy, of luck. I feel like too, you got stars here too. This is going to help with healing, but also protecting against energies. Also your intuitive discernment. I feel like in 2023, you guys are going to have a sharp, literal eye. Sharp eye for discernment. You're going to know who is for you, who is not. People, places, things, everything. You got another one, lotus. Move from darkness into the light like a lotus. It's a lot about your light. I feel too with the lotus, this represents openings, like flourishment, a beginning of sorts. This is about transmutation, but transmuting any darkness, any fears. These are shadows, healings, pain, and alchemizing it into life. In other words, light, like crossing that tunnel. And I feel like that will happen during the first quarter. I'll just say the winter months up here in the Northern Hemisphere, January, February, March. Come spring, when we see more of that light, right? Okay. We're almost done, you all. You're seeing the truth for how things really are. What else does the universe want my Virgos to know, please, for 2023? We got love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. You're shifting. Many of you are leaving a phase in your life of fear, of darkness, of just heaviness. I sense burdens. I feel like 2023 is going to be a sense of renewal. Literally, it may feel like springtime, you know, that lightness. I said falling in love with that song, and I feel like this year, did I mention that already? I'll have to rewind, but if you've been watching, you'll be able to know. I feel like this year you're falling in love with yourself again. You're really rediscovering who you are, the true beauty, the light that you bring to this world. And that in itself is going to, it's just going to spark joy, attraction, magnetism in everything that you do. We have guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Where did I get this before? I thought I said this earlier about beliefs. I feel like many of my Virgos are transcending beliefs. Maybe I said this earlier in the reading. I feel like you all are transcending limiting beliefs, patterns, things that no longer resonate. I said this in the beginning, in 10 of Wands, perhaps things you've ended and what you're going towards in this year. You're going to be up-leveling big time with your soul on your spirituality. Yeah, there's definitely a clearing away, especially when it comes to fear. There's a shift in your paradigms and the way that you see things. Okay, what other messages around self-care, please, do my Virgos need to know for 2023? We'll go again. Wow, okay, you got quite a few with self-care. First one we got family, 5. Some of you are seeing 5s a lot. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm writing it down. Family. Did I say this? In your family outlook. Yes, you got Page of Wands for your family. I mentioned this. So this came up again. So in 2023, there may be a focus on family. And again, family is not just blood relatives, but who is part of that, who you deem part of this. It could be your own, what is it, created family? There may be also too, I'm getting 4th house energy. It could be 2 ancestors that have passed, a focus on the home, on those close to you. So you may feel in 2023, again, a really strong need to connect on a deeper level. A lot of emotional vulnerability here, of intimacy happening, opening up. So this is also going to be very healing. I'm getting for your lineage. So there may be some reparations, reconciliations. There may be a strengthening of relationships within your family, especially if they were weak or they haven't really been nurtured. Oh my God, I didn't see this card. As I said that, we have 14. Again, 5. Connect with your ancestors. You got trees again. So this is a lot. Some of you may have Cancer in your chart. I'm getting 4th house energy big time about ancestors, family units. This could also be 3rd house with Gemini, you know, extended family as well. But look at this. 2023 is going to be, again, there's something about connection here with your lineage, ancestral lineage in this incarnation. Could be past life for some, but I'm getting more in this incarnation, and your family that you grew up with or that you created. There's a major healing going on here. And they both have 5s. So there are changes happening, I feel. We have 42, 6, read. I know my Virgos, you guys are also a very analytical sign, ruled by Virgo. I know many of my Virgos like to read, are very studious, also intellectual, love knowledge, especially fine-tuned, like detailed. So this may be something you're exploring. Some of you may be getting back into reading in 2023. This may be your mode of receiving information. Also, just your mode of education by itself, self-learning, expansion, because we got Ace of Swords too, right? For the overall energy of your year. So this may be for some of you like the year of Goodreads, right? The year of expanding your repertoire of books, of knowledge, of what it is that you want to learn. Finally, you guys, there's a strong theme for you all on connection. What do we get for friends and family? We got Page of Wands. I mentioned this earlier. We got 49, which is a 13 and reduces to a 4, which speaks to the foundation. Spend time with friends. So connections for 2023 for you all are going to be super important, past, present. I almost want to say future as well, but family, ancestors, and friendships. This is going to be big. Check out your 4th house in your natal chart and your 11th house of friendships, communities, to see even 5th house. For some of you that have kids, that's an extension of your family, and 3rd house with uncles, aunts, cousins, siblings. And I guess too with parents, it depends. Connections are going to be big for you. Again, I got that earlier with emotional intimacy and vulnerability. I feel like this shift in the feminine energy for you all, this cultivation, is really going to help expand your heart. It's really going to open you up and really change the way that you are connecting to people. This is amazing. A lot of connection here for 2023. Deeper connections, I should say. Okay, we're gonna get spirit animal messages for my Virgos. We are almost done, you all. We have just one more oracle card. Okay, we're gonna go again. Last time. If not, we'll just pick the bottom of the card, the bottom of the deck. We'll pick the card at the bottom. Okay, we got two cards. We got Frog, Prosperity. Let go of the past, let go of the past and embrace change. I have to pause here. You've gotten so many fives. Fives are indicative of change as well. And so I feel like, again, there could be something that you're healing with the past or some type of fear surrounding something you may need to change. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. Here. And these suckers, these frogs, they multiply. Some of you may have been seeing frogs or will be seeing frogs in 2023 as a sign. Positive omen. We got Black Bear, Guardian. Gentle and wise protector. Give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. Again, your intuition, I feel, I'll just say your psychic senses, extrasensory perceptions are getting stronger in 2023. And you notice the line, help me protect the ones I love. There's a strong focus on, because the bear represents protection as well, but also about protecting and your family, your friends, your loved ones. I feel like there's going to be a shift perhaps into more domestic affairs for you in 2023 and balancing that with some of the other aspects of your life, like career. Many of you may really want to start thinking about creating your own family, because this could also speak to your creation of family expansion. For those of you that are in partnerships or want to find a partner or get into a long-term commitment and expand that into your own family, whether it's kids, pets, whatever that looks like. Let's wrap this up with an affirmation. This is such a beautiful reading. I'm so excited. Remember, every challenge we've experienced helps us create the building blocks, the resiliency, the force, the tenacity, grit, right? The strength to continue to the next evolution of our soul journey. Because if we don't have that extra layer of foundation, it's almost like duct tape, right? The duct tape of our soul evolution, we probably would not be able to get through that next level. It's almost like Super Mario, you know, in Super Mario 2, I think, when he could change into different outfits or suits. Remember, like, they have the raccoon tail, and I forgot the other ones. Mushroom, maybe, Yoshi. Some of them were better suited to certain levels and worlds, right, than others. It's in that same respect why we go through challenges. It's like a video game. That's the metaphor I always get and use to compare our soul path journey. If we were to start level 1 and use like Yoshi, it would probably be a nightmare, because it kind of takes us some time with Yoshi. Yoshi is that little inflatable dinosaur. Well, he looks inflatable, but I think when Mario wears it, it's inflatable. And of course, if more things have to be completed on the physical plane, using the raccoon suit that allows you to fly would probably be not the most efficient way. So again, that's some way that you could look at and reframe any challenges. Okay, what affirmation does the universe have for my Virgos, please? Crap. Thank you. I think you got, okay, you got 3. I feel my way into faith, one step at a time. You got another bridge here. I want to say this is notable. You all are crossing a bridge in your life. For some of you, this could literally be like one decade into another, like you're turning 29 or into 30, or you're turning 30, I should say, leaving the 20s behind. It could be in terms of astrology, in terms of maybe like a return, a Saturn return, your first node or second nodal return, I should say. but you're crossing a bridge in your life. Here, if you want to take a picture, there, my face is out of there, but I feel like many of you are in 2023 going to be crossing a major transition point in your life, a period of growth, tremendous growth, shift. We have the moon here. So again, this is really concerning your emotional self-love journey. It could also be the relationship with your mom. When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally. Support will surround me and movements will form. Here's another one. Finally, to begin the practice of allowing, I must get out of the way and let spirit give me direction. This is a lot about leaning back, surrendering control. Ooh, my Virgos, you are in for an amazing, very transformative 2023. Holy shit. Let me know and comment down below what you thought, what your experiences are, if any of this resonated, because some of these you may have felt. Everyone is on different timelines. Let me know down below what you're most excited for 2023. If I don't know you, introduce yourselves. I'd love to get to know you and who you are. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. If this has helped in any way, please give this video a like, hit the thumbs up button. If you enjoyed this reading, I would like to see more content and feel called to, please subscribe and share if you feel like others could benefit from this. Otherwise, I'm truly grateful for you and for being here. I hope 2022 ends wonderful for you, and I hope you have an amazing start to your 2023. I will see you all soon. Take care.